Hey YouTube, it's SoulPrime13 with another video review. Today we are going to be looking at the Studio Series Gamer Edition Ironhide. He is a slight retool of the Gamer Edition Ratchet. Nobody's really surprised by that. But I do think that he wears the mode very well. I like the Ratchet, so I'm definitely enjoying the Ironhide. First we'll take a quick look at the packaging. There we got Transformers, we got Ironhide's vehicle mode. Here we have a GameStop sticker over his face. I actually got a $5 off coupon, so I actually got this guy for like 30 bucks, which was really nice. Always big on savings. There we have his mugshot, and he's a burly boy. And there we got a wraparound of that art we can't see, Autobot symbol, legal jargon, Ironhide, Transformers War for Cybertron, and here we got our product shots. We got a little game screenshot up there. Here we have him holding his axe. We got our one-line bio and just some posability going on there. But yeah, that's about it for the box. And I just noticed that that Autobot symbol is a lot brighter on this picture than it actually is on the figure. But that's it for the packaging. And of course we get our lovely instructions. So there's that. And here we have the figure himself. And he has a very nice rendition of Ironhide. I do like the design. I do like this mold. It is pretty neato, as the kids say. Yeah, there is an Autobot symbol right there, but it just blends in so much. I think you might be able to see it a little bit because of the light reflecting, but it's actually very easy to not notice. So I think they should have done it in white or something. Speaking of which, I really wish they had painted the back of his hands red, because they kind of stand out because of that grayness. There is sort of like a gray stripe in his vehicle mode. I think it might actually be on the box. Yeah, like this section of gray right here feels kind of weird to me. I just kind of wish that that was red too, but it's whatever. It's not gonna ruin the toy for me. But at the very least, I kind of wish they had painted the back of his hands red. But it's, again, whatever. Very nice red that they used. It's a very deep red, and it does have slight metallicness to it. And then there's all the gray. Do get some paint here for the windshield. There's another Autobot symbol there that I did not notice before. Yeah, they really should have made these white. Oy. But yeah, let's see. Let's go over articulation. So the shoulder pads are on ball joints and a double hinge, so you can move them around. You get quite a bit of up on the arm. You do get elbow rotation. You do get 90 degrees of elbow, and then around 90 degrees backwards too due to transformation. Full 360 at the wrist. The head kind of moves around. It's very stiff in one direction. I do think it's on a ball joint. Yeah, it's on a ball joint, but it's kind of limited due to how he's molded. See, we do get a full waist rotation, partially for transformation. You can kick that far forward and that far back before colliding. You do get about 90 degrees of knee. You do get some up and down at the toe due to that transformation joint, and you do get plenty of ankle movement. A above the knee swivel, and can also do the full splits. Let's see, I think that's about it for articulation. We'll do a quick comparison here. Well, actually, it's not going to be such a quick comparison. It's going to be quite extensive. But we'll start with Ratchet. And you can see how drastically different their chest pieces are. His is more wide the whole way through, and his sort of is more forward, or more up, and kind of skinnier at the waist. This sort of does like cup over the bottom of his chin a little bit, but I actually like the way that looks. In the game I play, Guild Wars 2, I'm sure some people have heard of it. I have an armor piece I wear a lot that has a similar chin cover to that. So I actually really like the way that looks. Let's see, the legs seem to be around the same. Obviously the heads are very different. I think aside from that, it's mostly just the front of the vehicle. You can sort of see the difference in molding here on the backpack, because that actually becomes like the hood. But yeah, it's mostly like the chest and the hood of the vehicle that are different as far as molding goes. Let's see. Here he is next to 86 Ironhide. And then we have him with Gamer Edition Starscream. Gamer Edition Megatron, with his arm sticking off the mace on the back there because there's no better place to store it. Gamer Edition Optimus, who honestly makes him look kind of small in comparison. Now that I actually set them next to each other, like, geez, you need to eat more iron. And then just for one more, here he is next to the Bumblebee Ratchet Ironhide mold, which I'm pretty sure this is a deluxe. So yeah, I'm like 99% sure that's a deluxe. But yeah. And he does come with a couple accessories. He does come with an axe, which it is pretty much identical to Ratchet's, I think. Yeah, it's a slightly different shade of paint for the axe blade. This one is just a tinge brighter on the orange. Other than that, it's like pretty much identical. So it's definitely the same mold. And I'm actually gonna steal this from you real quick because I want to use it for something in a minute. And then we also get his gun, which I don't remember where exactly, but I believe it was described as the Energon shotgun somewhere online. And when I first saw this, I thought it was just Starscream's sniper rifle again, but since we actually have that right here, I'll show how they're different. And don't know of any shotguns with, well, actually no, there are some shotguns with pretty long barrels, but yeah, it's definitely different. And then, like, I'm pretty sure this is like the pump action, either that or it's this, but I think it's this part right here. But yeah, they are different. So give that back to Starscream over there. And it does have a peg, so you can put it in his hand if you so wish, and have him go blam, blam, blam. And it is indeed blast compatible. Get that on the tippy tip there. It's doesn't stay on super well. We'll just, actually, since it's a shotgun, we'll just give him the blastiest blast part. Kablam. So there's that. And of course, with these War for Cybertron figures, you can wrap his arm off and plug the weapon onto it. And I do notice that there's like this little tab here, and like there are these notches here and here that seem to align with that little tab piece. So if you want to put it like that, or if you want to put it like that, they sort of lock it into place a little bit. So there is that if you care. And with this figure, you can store the arm in the backpack. You just pull this whole thing open. There's a little tab here and a little slot there in his back. Just pop that in there. Slide that into place Why are you not sliding into place? Go into place. Come on. There we go. And then you just cover the backpack, cover it back up, and now his arm is stored. But honestly, I think something I wanted to check out. I feel like having him dual wielding the axes might actually look really good. So I'm gonna try that and see. Because Ratchet having the big old axe feels a little weird to me. But Ironhide running around like a techno Viking sounds fun. So let's put these both in there. Yeah, I think I like that. I think I like that a lot. But yeah, there is Ironhide with his dual wielding axes. But we'll go ahead and take those away. Whoop. I throw things at you guys, my bad. Oop. Put that off to the side. Anywho, we should go ahead and move on to transformation. And if you know how Ratchet works, it's pretty much identical. So, but first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna separate that backpack from his back and just open these up. You're gonna take these shoulder pads and we're gonna bring them up on that double hinge, and then we're gonna, let's see, I always have a little bit of trouble remembering exactly how I'm supposed to orient these, but I'm pretty sure it's something like this, with the two parts touching each other. Then you're going to pull on his waist and unlock. Oh, I'm pulling on the wrong part. You want to pull on the red part of his chest. There we go. And then bring this down and around. Okay, yeah, I did do that right. And you gotta fold, or I did it mostly right. You gotta fold this down. Why are you not cooperating with me? I'm pretty sure I did this right, didn't I? Come on. Pretty sure that's supposed to. Did I not do this right? Oh yeah, you kind of push his head down too. Yeah, no, I'm like, why won't you do the thingy? Oh, I did do it wrong. You want them facing like that, because then that's gonna cup over this. You know, this would probably make a decent cup mold too. They could do a concept art cup. There's a thought. Anyway, coming to his arms, you're going to come here and you're gonna break that arm there and rotate it so that this tab slot is on the top. Do the same thing here. Break that arm as the arm pops off. Then you're gonna bring this under, and that slot is gonna go over this tab under here. You're gonna sort of angle it as you push it under. And bring it under, push it onto that tab, fold this down, and then this tab here is gonna go into this slot on his arm, like so. And like so. Then you can bring this whole top assembly down, sort of tab it onto the top. And there you have the front of the vehicle done. Now for the legs, we are going to rotate the waist 180 and then rotate the legs 180. And then we're going to lift these shin pieces up. And we're going to pull this whole chunk of panels out on this double hinge. Bring it out and up. I'll try to do this without it popping off because it likes to pop off. I think that's actually as far as... No, it's supposed to go a little further. Okay, yeah, there we go. Just sort of lift this up, and you're going to bring this panel down, and that's going to fold out and tab into this little spot here. A little tab, it'll go in, and you bring this down and straighten that out. Then you're going to fold this at his knee, like so. Then we're going to do the same on the other side. We're going to bring this whole panel out on this double hinge. Going to fold this out, tab it in there, bring this down, fold this around at that knee, and bring this together. I find it's a little easier if you bring these panels up and then this fist is slightly in the way. There we go. And we bring all this together here. There's these tabs on the knee joint that are going to go together, and then all these tabs, they're just kind of line up. Now, make sure that the feet are tabbed in to his legs properly too. There we go, that helped. And yeah. Then we're going to take these toes and they're going to fold up like this and like this. I'm going to bring these together here. You can fold that down and finish up the roof. Make sure to push these side panels into place. Come on. Now it's, there we go. And we're going to bring these shin pieces up, and this one's already tabbed in, but you're going to tab together in the middle, and also this little slot is going to go over this little tab. And there we go. There we go. Now this is popping out of place again. And these never want to seem to sit completely flush together, and it's really annoying. Yep, they just won't sit flush, and it annoys me because, like you see, if I push this one in, that one pops out for some reason, and I don't know why. And it really shouldn't, because there's like not really anything particular in between. But yeah, just won't do it. I give up. But yeah, there we have him in his vehicle mode. And again, I like that it sort of poofs up in a way. It feels a lot chunkier in the vehicle mode somehow. But there is that. And we'll do a quick comparison here. So here he is next to the Ratchet version. And again, you can see there's some difference in the front of the vehicle with how those grills are molded. But more or less everything else on top and around the sides and around the back is the same. They're just different colors. But yeah, pretty much the chest, the head, and this front area. Though that's where the different molding is. But yeah. Yeah, you see the Autobot symbol is really easy to see here, but I bet you don't even know that it's right there. Because I can barely see it. I'm sitting here. Anywho, so yeah, again, pretty much the same deal. We'll scoot that down a little bit. Yeah, tires are the same, but slightly different paint on the rims there. But yeah, we'll put him off to the side. And then we also have Gamer Edition Optimus. Then we got the 86 mold. And then the Bumblebee movie mold. Toot toot. Two very interesting but different takes on Cybertronian Ironhide. So yeah. And of course you can store the weapons on the vehicle mode. The axe will just tab on top here onto these 3 tabs in these 3 slots. Like so. And you kind of get a spear, missile, something or other there if you want it. And the gun has 2 tabs here. It will plug into his car butt. That will plug into his car butt. There we go. Like so. Not the most graceful thing, but hey, storage is storage. Stop popping out of place. Gee, oh God, that's so frustrating. That is my biggest gripe with this mold, and Ratchet does it too, actually, so. Yeah. Anywho, but there is that. Overall, I do still like this mold a lot. Yeah, pretty much my biggest gripe is that these panels don't like to stay flush on both sides. And that's really my biggest complaint. The detachable arm is a little loose on this mold too. I did notice that. It's not super loose, but it does feel like over time it might start falling off on its own. I don't know yet, but other than that, I don't really have any major complaints. So yeah, if you like the Ratchet, you're gonna like the Ironhide. If you didn't, you're not gonna like this. They are pretty much the same mold, just different character. I enjoy it, and yeah, again, like if you like the other one, you'll like this one. So, but I think that's about it. So that's my review of the Gamer Edition Ironhide, and this is Soul Prime 13 saying transform and soul out.